Global Campuses Foundation, Distance Learning, Week 4, Books, Stories, and Audiobooks. Reading is to the mind like exercise is to the body. Joseph Addison, English poet and playwright. Reading provides us with significant benefits to our lives. Boosts knowledge, reduces stress, improves memory, increases vocabulary and word knowledge, provides enjoyment. Discussion, stories and books. What stories are your favorite? How do you like to enjoy your stories? In books, movies, television shows, etc. What kind of stories do you enjoy? Fantasy, sci-fi, mystery, romance. What books have you read? What books have you listened to? How has reading or being read to affected your life? Audiobooks provide a unique experience to readers of all ages. They provide a relaxing and less stressful experience, help with communication of words, provides readers with the independence and freedom to enjoy books anytime, helps model good reading and storytelling. Selection of audiobooks. Here is a site that features a collection of audiobooks. The site features several books and poems. You can search by author, books, or genre. You can read along online while you listen to the audiobook. Here are some stories you might like. The Call of the Wild by Jack London, Dracula by Bram Stoker, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. Please click the links, listen, and read along with the stories. There are several stories listed on the site, and these are just a few examples. The Call of the Wild, written by Jack London, published in 1903, and set in the Yukon, Canada. Main characters, a St. Bernard dog named Buck, and Jack Thornton. The story begins at a ranch in California when Buck is stolen from his home and sold into service as a sled dog in Alaska. Dracula, written by Bram Stoker, published in 1897. Main characters, Dracula and Professor Van Helsing. Inspired beliefs and standards about vampire fantasy. The story follows Dracula leaving Transylvania to move to London and spread vampirism. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, written by L. Frank Baum, published in 1900. Set in Kansas and the Land of Oz. Main characters, Dorothy, Toto, Glinda, and the Wicked Witch. The story chronicles Dorothy's adventure to the Land of Oz after her house gets teleported there via tornado. Things to do while you listen. One of the great things about audiobooks is they allow the reader to engage in other activities while they listen to the stories. Here are a few examples. Knit, do a jigsaw puzzle, stretch or exercise, relax outside, color, play with your pets, eat a meal, and more. Update about your progress. You don't have to read or listen to the entire book in one day. Take your time, enjoy the story. Keep your academic coordinator updated about your progress via email or our weekly video calls. Post in the Global Campuses Foundation Campus Learning Group on Facebook to share about your reading and listening experience. Stories online. StoryCorps is a great online source for unique and real stories. They feature real people telling their stories and are sometimes made into animated shorts. The next slide features a story about a boy asking his mother questions about their relationship.
From a scale of 1 to 10, do you think your life would be different without animals?
I think it would be an 8 without animals because they add so much pleasure to life.
How else do you think your life would be different without them?
I could do without things like cockroaches and snakes.
Well, I'm okay with snakes as long as they're not venomous or can constrict you or anything.
Yeah, I'm not a big snake person.
But cockroach is just the insect we love to hate.
Yeah, it really is.
Have you ever felt like life is hopeless?
When I was a teenager, I was very depressed. And I think that can be quite common with teenagers who think a lot, and are perceptive.
Am I like that?
You were very much like that.
Do you have any mortal enemies?
I would say my worst enemy is sometimes myself. But I don't think I have any mortal enemies.
Have you ever lied to me?
I probably have, but I try not to lie to you, even though sometimes the questions you ask make me uncomfortable.
Like when we go on our walks, some of the questions I might ask.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel it's really special that you and I can have those kind of talks, even if sometimes I feel myself blushing a little bit.
Have you ever thought you couldn't cope with having a child?
I remember when you were a baby, you had really bad colic, so you would just cry and cry. And
What's
I didn't know
colic?
It's when you get this stomach ache and all you do is scream for like 4 hours.
Even louder than Amy does?
You were pretty loud, but Amy's was more high-pitched.
I think it feels like everyone seems to like Amy more, like she's like the perfect little angel.
Well, I can understand why you think that people like Amy more, and I'm not saying it's because of your Asperger's syndrome, but being friendly comes easily to Amy, whereas I think for you it's more difficult. But the people who take the time to get to know you love you so much.
Like Ben or Eric or Carlos.
Yeah, and
like I have better quality friends but less quantity.
I wouldn't judge the quality, but I think...
I mean, like, first thing is, like, Amy loved Claudia, then she hated Claudia, she loved Claudia, then she hated Claudia.
Part of that's a girl thing, honey. The important thing for you is that you have a few very good friends, and really that's what you need in life.
Did I turn out to be the son you wanted when I was born? Like, did I meet your expectations?
You've exceeded my expectations, sweetie, because... sure, you have these fantasies of what your child's going to be like, but you have made me grow so much as a parent because you think...
Well, I was the one who made you a parent.
You were the one who made me a parent. That's a good point. But also because you think differently from, what they tell you in the parenting books.
Yeah. I
really had to learn to think out of the box with you. And it's made me much more creative as a parent and as a person. And I'll always thank you for that.
And that helped when Amy was born?
And that helped when Amy was born, but you are just so incredibly special to me. And I'm so lucky to have you as my son.
Fun with Mad Libs. Mad Libs are a fun way to read and be creative. With your campus, create some fun stories using the Mad Lib templates provided. Parts of speech review. A noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. Verb is an action word, i.e. run, jump, drink, eat, drive, etc. Adjective is a describing word, i.e. shiny, blue, small, large, etc. Here's some resources provided for the slideshow, including the site with the audiobooks, the StoryCorps website with the animated Q&A video, and the Mad Libs website.